Hey everybody, do you know what's about to happen? I do.
It's a tiny tight show. What you know about pro wrestling? Tune in, get a lesson in a little MMA. Got a question? Throw it our way. A suggestion? Listen to the podcast with some bomb gas. RVD, no, we won't pass. Makes me so mad when Big Show's sad. I just can't believe the acting. It's the last thing I wanna see, but Mae Young fasting, crashing through a table. You're overreacting, not another stable. Tiny tight show, moves not, don't give a fuck. Crispin one. I'm Zach Selick, Mike Batchelor. Start the show, brother.
It is the Tiny Tight Show for the week of October 23rd. I'm Mike Batchelor, one half of your tag team champions. Join with me as always.
I'm Zach Selick, guys. How you doing?
We finally get that smoothness in there after last week's little rough spot at the beginning. You were kind of defensive. Are you a cop? Why you gotta know my last name? If you're copy,
Yeah, this is my gimmick that week, you know.
Yeah, I was feeling it. I see ya.
Yeah.
How you been, buddy?
Great. I got loving life right now. I had a week vacation, so I got a lot of things done that I needed to get done, kind of like building up, you know those things.
Oh, I trust me. I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I got a few of those done, and it feels good. Weight off my shoulders.
That's good. It's been a big Mac week this week.
Yeah, big Apple week.
Maverick was free. Holy shit.
Yeah, Maverick is free, and you get free iWork now on both platforms.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
I think somewhere in Microsoft building, Bill Gates was yelling, "Fuck!"
No, he's too busy. Like he's sending up friggin' chemtrails to control like world food growth and things like that.
While he just throws like $500 bills he makes from the Surface Pros in the fire.
Yeah, he's not making too many of those, though, I bet.
No. So action-packed this week on the Tiny Tight Show. We got the results for Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory. I didn't
Yeah.
watch it, so this I'll be. I didn't even read the results, so this is all new to me.
There we go. So we'll get some good.
What a great wrestling podcast co-host I am. I don't even watch one of the second biggest promotion. They're one of their biggest shows or biggest show of the year. What a good co-host I am.
Tiny Tight Show. Oh fuck, that was on this weekend, wasn't it? That's it.
Perfect. Yeah, there's a T-shirt, right? There's a T-shirt in that.
There you go. So we got that. Speaking of Glory, nice segue. Ring of Honor's big show, Glory. They're messing me up now. So TNA was Bound for Glory, and Ring of Honor's Glory by Honor.
Okay, so what you're saying is you can't remember shit either.
No. So that leaves the Sunday's Hell in the Glory Hole. Pay-per-view.
Glory hole, Brown madness.
Oh, we'll get to the Paul Heyman Ryback relationship soon. So.
Ooh.
I know. So I actually was at a little bit of independent wrestling last Sunday.
Yeah. So you went to where was your show? Where was it?
It was the show right here, the Athletic Action Attraction Wrestling in Aurelia.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool name. So in Aurelia, so that's a town of probably maybe 10,000.
Yeah, it was like a 2 p.m. show.
2 p.m. show on a Sunday.
Yeah, and it's Aurelia, so you can imagine what the crowd looked like.
Well, give me a couple examples of the crowd for the listeners.
Young kids, ornery, drunk old people.
Maybe already drunk from the night before.
More likely, yes. They didn't even realize it was wrestling. They were just coming in out of the cold.
Where's the soup? Was there soup here?
After the main event.
So in Aurelia, it's a lot of mullets. You see any mullets?
There was a few mullets. There was 2 or 3 mullets.
2 or 3? Wow, nice. That was a good mullet day.
So big attraction. They had Jake the Snake Roberts come in, and he looked good, man. It was a good night. It was really nice to see Jake.
That's pretty cool. So Jake, he's been doing the DDP yoga. He looks good.
He actually wrestled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So it was in the main event, right?
That was the main event. So there was a tag match. He didn't do much. He didn't need to. He
Mm-hmm.
got his shit in though. He's Jake cool as hell.
What did he get in though?
all you needed was just three moves, like the jab punches in the corner, the short arm clothesline, and then the DVT. And
So
everything
yeah,
else, he was just working an arm bar and doing a headlock and
hmm
tagged to Kazarni, and Kazarni did all the work.
yeah. So that's still cool. He's got the psychology down still, right?
Yeah, he cut his hair off, so it's weird because now it just looks like somebody's old uncle.
But how does his body look like?
For like a 68-year-old man, yeah.
He's 68.
He looks 68. He used to look 100 when he got up before when he was smoking crack.
And you said, I guess down in Florida at DDP Yoga with Scott Hall, right? He's been training with Scott Hall, and Scott Hall's kid is trying to get into wrestling, and he was up there must have taken the trip with Jake,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, he actually wrestled. I saw him wrestle.
So who was his name?
Cody Hall.
Yeah.
Wearing his dad's trunks, doing his dad's gimmicks, does all his dad's moves.
Yeah, just everything.
Everything, like to the sack of shit, to the career killer, aka the Razor's Edge.
Razor's Edge, yeah.
Yeah, even the mannerisms like that. I'm like, okay, do one or two of your dad's moves. Just don't do everything. You need to make your own thing.
Yeah, so that was your opinion on him? Is too much of a copycat?
I'm like, he's gonna get signed real soon. He's like, literally, like, Vince would get a big boner looking at him.
Yeah, like how tall do you think he is?
Oh, gotta be like 6'8", like 6'10", almost 7 feet.
Holy fuck, yeah. And
Yeah.
you got long hair, short hair?
Bald.
Bald, yeah. I remember, I think I saw him on that ESPN 30, like when Scott Hall was really at his lowest there. I think he was on that one. I don't remember him looking too much like him.
Well, he's like jacked. He's like, picture like Scott Hall at like 20 years old, and that's him. Like, he's been wrestling like maybe 20 matches, 25 matches, because Scott Hall was on Cabana's podcast this week, and Cabana did a little thing with Cody, and at that point Cody said he'd only had like 19 matches under his belt.
Yeah, I remember when Scott Hall was on Stone Cold's podcast, he said he only had like even 5 to 10 matches under his belt. So yeah, he's definitely green.
So, you say your son's wrestling. Does that make you nervous? Are you anxious?
That's your go-to. I love that. Are you nervous? Are you anxious? That's
I know,
the
it
best.
makes you every fucking time.
It's so good. Yeah. So who's Cody Hall wrestle?
I believe it was Christopher Bishop. They did the typical. It was smart booking by the guys at AAAW because big Cody Hall versus like a smaller, like almost like a cruiserweight kind of guy. So basically, he made Hall look like really good. But I could tell like little things, like he was really green. Like when Christopher Bishop kicked him in the leg, he fell to his other leg. He did it like twice, and it was like just rookie stuff. Like, but no, he's got potential.
Well, that's a good example of how green he is, like kicking the wrong leg.
Yeah, nice guy too.
You met everyone after or
Before.
before? They had like a meet and greet, or just you kind of awkwardly went up to them?
Oh, autographs. There's autographs, and I just said,
Free autographs, or
no, Jake was charging, so I didn't get an autograph.
how much was he charging?
I think around $20, $25.
Dang, he's trying to cash in.
I didn't see. I'm just like, oh, that's shit.
No, this is just good information for people, man. There's no judgment. This is just for the listeners of the Tiny Tight Show.
Well, that's also how most of these guys are in a living too, man.
Oh, of course, that's what I'm saying. Like you got the $25, man. That's crazy. So, do you get like an 8x10 with that, or like a hand job or something?
I wanted to. I should have brought that Mid-South Wrestling DVD I just bought, because he's in that. Like, that would have been awesome to get signed, but he was there. Cody Hall was there, the other big name. So
Are you selling the hand job comment or what?
Purely speculation. So Val Venus, speaking of hand jobs, Sexy Andy and Val Venus, best tag team ever.
Okay, so Val Venus was at the show.
Val Venus did the show.
Chief Morley, Sean Morley.
John Morley. Wrestled in shirt and shorts.
So he didn't do the Val Venus gimmick.
No, he did the Val Venus gimmick. Like, his partner was Sexy 80, who does the male stripper gimmick.
Yeah.
And that's like a dream tag team.
Is Sexy 80 Canadian?
Yes, he's one of the guys from the Montreal scene, because I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for Sexy 80, because first time I saw Sexy Eddie was at the CCW Wrestling Tournament of Death. And
Okay.
that was the one year when they brought in all the Canadian guys like Sexy Eddie, Arsenal, Green Phantom, all those guys. And Sexy Eddie was typical greasy male stripper gimmick in a deathmatch tournament. So you can imagine like heat from the drunken idiots because it's outdoors. So that's all people do is drink and watch death matches all day. So he got the most fucking heat when he started it. He made it to the third round, and he actually severed an artery in his arm,
Uh-huh.
and he actually just went like and the blood spurted in his mouth, and that popped the whole fucking crowd. He was over ever since. It's on YouTube. You can see that.
What year is this?
Oh fuck! It's gotta be a while ago because I started following Sexy Eddie because of the Montreal guys, which led me to Beef Wellington, which led me to Kevin Steen and El Generico. It's all that same crew.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But how old is this guy?
Oh, he's gonna be in his 30s now.
Yeah. Shit.
He's like a really nice guy. I've met him a couple times. He was actually at the same show by these guys when Mr. Anderson was here.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, Sexy Eddie sounds pretty cool. So him and Val Venus, they tagged against who?
It was Tyson Dukes and I believe it was Jeremy Prophet.
Yeah, I seen Tyson Dukes on Kenny versus Benny.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know that show, Canadian reality show where two guys face off in stupid challenges. It's really hilarious.
Yeah.
All the episodes are on YouTube if you want to check it out too.
Nice.
But that episode is probably on there where he trains Benny. Benny goes at it legit. Like he wants to be like take all the training seriously, take the bombs. He wants to, and then Kenny, of course, wants to cheat his way through it. So.
Mm-hmm.
So who won that match?
Well, it was really entertaining because, like, literally, like Val Venus is like in a sweatshirt, like sweat T-shirt and shorts, like workout shorts. That's what he wrestled in. And Eddie is in his full gimmick, so he rips off the stripper pants, and he's literally wearing, apropos for this show, the tightest small white tights with huge ass fucking bulge in the crotch. And that legit breaks Val up. He goes, "That's funny." So that was the whole gimmick is where Tyson Dukes gets on the mic, like, these people should show some decency, put that thing away, there's kids present, and he goes, "These are all my kids, every single one of them." And Val's just cracking his ass, laughing his ass off in the corner. Val, little out of shape, but
is that why he's wearing the sweatshirt?
Yeah, emphasis on Big Val Boski now.
Big Gutsky?
Big Gutsky, yeah. I'll send you a pic later. It's one photo I took all fucking show.
That's it, eh? One photo.
Well, I was enjoying myself.
Yeah.
And so good back and forth, things like that. At one point, I guess Jeremy Prophet went for the mandible claw on the balls of Sexy Eddie. Then Val Venus came in and Tyson Dukes gave him the mandible claw on the balls.
Mm-hmm.
So Eddie and Val sold it like it was a sleeper hold. So they started going down and down and down.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started like hulking up and things like that. Then they did simultaneous like pelvic rotations and thrusts, and both Prophet and Tyson Dukes flipped off, and it, like they reversed it. And Val just looks at Eddie and high fives him. It worked.
Crazy.
So Eddie won with the money shot on I believe it was Tyson Dukes, but that was probably best match of the night.
Cool. That was at the second last match.
Yeah, that was right after intermission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, main event was Kazarni versus Kazarni and Jake Roberts versus two local guys. I honestly didn't know who the hell they were.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
apologize, but
so any other memorable moments from the night or day? The 2 p.m. show?
There's a local guy called, like, a local indie wrestler from Ontario. I'm gonna have to find out who he is. I guess he's calling himself Road Warrior Rage.
Okay.
And he does literally the Legion of Doom. He's a big jack, roided up dude that does the Roid Warrior gimmick with the face paint and the shoulder pads. And his partner
gimmick
was, like,
infringement.
Pretty much. I guess he's had. I would hope he has the approval of fucking Animal at least. But he does it really well.
Cool. Yeah. So he was a little bit memorable.
Yeah. Oh, and local indie worker Rip Impact was there.
Right on.
That's only funny to me and James because it's a running gag with like any indie show we go to. Like Rip Impact is there.
I see some old veteran guy.
No, he's just like a young, again, young indie Ontario guy. He works sometimes for Ring of Honor dark matches whenever they do decide to have dark matches.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
I Right on. So yeah, that's it. Barry show. It was a success. You think? Good
oh yeah, it's-
crowd. Everyone enjoyed
oh
themselves.
yeah, like they were doing it the whole friggin' night. Like there were much more matches, but that was like what I can remember off the top of my head.
Work it.
So, well,
Um,
definitely next show we're gonna have to be there and represent.
yeah. Well, apparently you can't even take a few pictures for the Instagram, which is the Tiny Tight Show.
I will do my best
Um,
next time. Actually,
yeah.
there's another local. There's a different Indian Berry I found out about. They're having a show I believe on November 2nd in
Oh
Tilton
wow.
Berry.
That's
So
two shows in this short amount of time. Wow, that's crazy. Can we just? I'm gonna open a pop, guys.
go for it.
Don't be
Well,
shocked.
I got my little cooler gimmick here for my beer.
All right, guys.
I was so hoping for a fucking spit take there.
No, you're not gonna get me to break that hard.
No.
I'm not that nervous. I'm not that anxious.
There you go. So pay-per-view city. It's I guess we are bookended by glory holes. So let's go on from Glory by Honor, TNA's biggest pay-per-view of the year, the WrestleMania.
No, that's Bound for Glory, man. You got it wrong.
Okay, the TNA one. Let's go start there.
Bound for Glory, man. Get
Bound
it
for
right.
Glory. Start off on a pre-show of a gauntlet match with every tag team that was not currently the tag team champions of Gunner and Cowboy James Storm.
Alrighty.
And it was won by are they our favorite tag team now? The Bromans. Are you feeling the Bromans?
No, they can't take out bad influence. I don't think. What do you think?
Well, they are the one that they won the actual gauntlet, so they got the tag team match later in the show.
Okay.
So first match was the Ultimate X match of Chris Sabin, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, and Manic.
And Manic. Okay, so we got. That sounds like a pretty good, little.
As Mike today said, it's an all-star match.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Except for like, I wouldn't call T.J. Perkins an all-star quite yet, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
got.
only in the match because he's got the belt. Could have easily been Kenny King.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're too high on him anymore.
No.
So what did you watch? You watch this Bound for Glory?
I actually fell asleep. Woke up after like the first hour in. So we had a new X Division champion. Chris Sabin has the X Division title back. So he's back where he started before he won the world title, and they decided, nope.
Yeah, so I think that's a good fit for him. At least it gives him some gold around his waist.
Next match was the tag team of the Bromans versus James Storm and the Viking Gunner. Is that a good name for Gunner now to try and get him over?
No, that's awful.
Rather than just random jacked Mr. Intensity.
Like I thought they were like doing okay with his rebranding kind of thing with James Storm. I thought I'm like, slowly this might work if they just chip away, and I just think that Viking just brought them right back down. Right back down.
Well, I can see what they're going for, the Cowboy and the Viking.
I don't know, man.
No, they need to get someone else to be the pirate.
Rather the Cowboy and the Alien, man.
There you go. Bring it to Tonka, then it becomes the Village People.
Like you got like a little friggin' Predator. Gunner could pull off some Predator costume or something.
That'd be cool. We got new tag team champions. The Bromans beat Gunner and Viking. So they're gonna run with Jesse and Mr. Spectacular and Robbie E.
He's got a good personality to him.
The one thing I did like, they actually had the real, like, I guess this year's Mr. Olympia in their corner.
To that, and so
And after the match, I guess TNA's got a new backstage commentary, some black guy.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if it was a rib on him, and he didn't know what was going to go on. So he's interviewing like Robbie E, Jesse, and the Mr. Olympia guy, and they're all yelling and celebrating. And Jesse goes over to this table, and all three of the guys grab goggles. Protein shake celebration! So they have like 3 fucking protein shakes in the shakers, and they're just going all over the place with them. And the black guy's slipping it all over the place.
I bet you they knew that was gonna happen.
I think that was a rib on him. That's like
I
welcome to
doubt it. If the protein was sitting there, like I bet you he knew it was gonna happen.
it was a funny moment.
Yeah, they
Gil
made
Kim,
it work. They made it work. I bet.
Gil Kim versus ODB with Brooke Tessmacher to win the Knockouts Championship. So controversy in that match.
Is Tessmacher still in Aces and Eights?
Yeah, she's still a bully's bitch for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lady Tapa came out and laid out ODB, then laid out Brooke Tessmacher.
Was it like a no disqualification or something?
I think just the ref didn't see it.
Oh.
And no, I think it was. I'm not too sure.
Alright.
But at the end of the match, Gail Kim just jumped in Lady Tapa's arm. So it's the exact same thing as fucking WWE's ripping off. Big Samoan chick and a small heel world champion, women's champion.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't copy it any better.
Who's champion?
Gail Kim.
Oh.
So it was all a plan because she's with Lady Tapa now, apparently.
I don't think it's like big. I don't know.
Well,
having
consider Tamina and AJ. It's the exact same thing. Anyway.
Whatever.
Next up was the Hall of Fame, so like the induction ceremony for Kurt Angle. So Sting came out, and with his main event mafia look, the suit and the sunglasses, and just blew up Kurt Angle. Blah blah blah. They had the video package. Angle comes down, and it's weird though because TNA their Hall of Fame, it's a watch. It's not a ring. Like, what the fuck's he giving him? It's this big ass fucking box, and it's like this watch. I'm like, that's weird. And Angle actually declined the Hall of Fame nomination.
Really?
Yeah, he said that it's not time yet, and I'm gonna take things up a level, and then I'll be ready for the Hall of Fame. So again, weird. Is he going to WWE? Because that kind of would be a move to. I don't know.
That'd be sweet though. I'd like to see him back.
Oh yeah. And
Love to see. Yeah, Kurt Angle is putting on great matches. Like his matches in the day with Guerrero, Benoit, great shit.
You mean the ones that don't exist anymore because Chris Benoit no longer exists?
We have to get a Chris Benoit reference in every episode, hopefully.
We do, yeah. Bobby Roode beats Kurt Angle, and Angle, good match back and forth. Angle actually went for the Angle slam off the top rope, and he kind of knocks himself out. And they thought he was like really hurt with his neck till they brought out the board, and he actually got off the board and walked to the back. So
that's how they ended the match. So
that's how they ended the match. Bobby Roode pinned him, and they thought, "Oh shit, Kurt's really hurt."
Oh shitty.
So yeah,
that was after the Hall of Fame thingy.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, fuck it, just put me in.
Yeah.
I might need to go in right now.
I changed my mind. What was I doing? I need a new watch. Might as well just I think your favorite match of the night, if you saw it, would have been the debut match of Mr. Derek Bateman himself, Ethan Carter III. And
Michael Hutter?
Yep, Michael Hutter.
There is no other?
That's
I
right.
just made that up, but he could have used it. He can use that if he wants.
I love how they're bringing him in as Dixie Carter's nephew.
That's a good angle. I like that. So I know he's got the personality to pull it off too. So I hope it works for him.
So a typical squash match because Aunt Dixie was giving him a hand-picked opponent, and it's this little jobber, like 98-pound, like Spike Dudley type guy. I knew who it was. His name's he goes by Pretty Peter Avalon. He wrestles in.
Peter Avalon got it.
Yeah, from
I know Peter Avalon. Yeah.
From Championship Wrestling in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, one half of the tag team champions there.
Nice.
Oh, there's some indie knowledge for you. So yeah, it was him. They need to sign him because he showed more fucking charisma running down that ramp, so excited to be there, than half the roster.
Oh, he's good. He's definitely good.
And he did the whole Colin Delaney got his ass kicked. They need to bring him back and just have him get killed by the Viking Gunner
Hmm.
and everybody. So that was entertaining. What else we got? That leads us to Magnus and Sting. Magnus won. He was a bit of a dick afterwards to Sting. Is
Why
what it
is he
is.
going heel?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. And main event of AJ Styles versus Bully Ray. Good match, back and forth. I can tell really Bully's putting some weight back on.
Is he?
He's not as chiseled and jacked as he was.
Well, you got complacent, man. You got the title. You got complacent.
Yeah.
Stop working out. What does he got to work out for? He's a champ, man.
So no
Two-time champion now.
So no DQ match. At one point, Bish comes out and throws Bully the hammer. AJ gets it back. At one point,
Fuck, I
during
hate Bish.
the Bish,
I hate the Bish.
I like him and Gunner. I like him and Nux as a tag team though.
Fuck that. All those fuckers suck. Knox sucks. Bish sucks. Briscoe sucks. Friggin' a lot of people in that roster suck, man.
Yeah. So at one point, AJ like Bully's over like the broadcast table bent over like this. AJ goes in the ring, does a springboard 450. Bully moves and he just goes boom right through the tables. Pretty cool spot.
Crazy.
And Nux comes out at one point, distracts AJ.
Hmm.
Bully pulls up the ring, pulls up the mat and all that to the hardwood floor like he's been doing lately.
Hmm.
And he goes to pile drive AJ on it. AJ wins 1-2-3. AJ's new world champion.
Cool.
And ends with
What
Dixie.
you liked it? You liked the ending?
Yeah, because it was Dixie was all pissed off. That's how
She's
it
playing the heel again.
Yeah.
She's believable.
So she's in the ring. She was pissed off. AJ was in the crowd celebrating, and it's funny because if it looked like it was a good crowd for TNA, but if you look at the camera from the other side, they had no seats.
I
There's
know.
only-
I saw a picture. Yeah. I think there's a picture going around. Like that's pretty crazy that we can't even get that many people to go to a pay-per-view, the biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
Bad.
And now there's speculation that they may be bringing back the six-side ring. Now that Hogan's
Oh,
gone and Bischoff is gone.
well, I read something on the internet, but I don't think that is going to happen. Bah, it could change. Could change. You never know.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
It's just kind of awkward. I don't know.
It made them unique. I don't know. So that's that. You want to talk Hell in the Cell?
Hell in the Cell. Let's go.
So it's this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Main
That's what
event.
we're talking. We're talking Hell in the Cell this Sunday.
There must be a winner of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Because I trained Daniel Bryan.
I didn't know who he was, and we only have this one picture of us together where Daniel Bryan is peeking his head in the back, where they show this picture repeatedly over and over again because that's the only picture they have.
Now I'll be honest, I was pretty high that day, and I was only there for an hour.
We didn't lock up or anything, but I think we made eye contact once.
But I fully trained him.
Yeah, so he's gonna be referee.
He's the referee, and of course Hunter thinks he's gonna do what's best for business. And
What do you think about Triple H's promo on Raw, where he kind of buried like Jericho, Edge, and who else did he?
RVD.
RVD, yeah. What did you think about that promo?
I didn't like it.
No, it was kind of disrespectful to those guys.
Yeah, and it's the same way they've been booking Daniel Bryan. Like they can't complain to him about him not being over, but when they keep beating him down and bigging him down and saying that he's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla midget, glass ceiling.
Yeah, I guess hopefully they have some big payoff where he does prevail. Really?
It's got to be. Do you think Mania is going to be Daniel Bryan versus Triple H? That wouldn't be a bad match.
That'd be cool. Like if they keep building, like it would be has a lot of emotion behind it right now. It'd work great right now. And imagine another 6 months.
I can see that. I would like that. We got another Hell in the Cell match. We got CM Punk and Ryback. So the opposite of last year. So no idea where that's going.
What do you mean opposite last year?
Well, last year it was Ryback versus CM Punk for the world title, and Heyman was on Punk's side, and now it's the same match except flipped.
Yeah, man. Well, look how much length they're getting out of the story. It just proves, right? Proves to you.
Heyman's been doing gold promo after gold promo too, so that's kind of what's been helping it.
Yeah, you hear the promo on Raw about the volcanoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know about this promo, yeah, go check it out.
yeah. So we got Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena. Moving along.
Yeah, man. It's like I don't know. Again, I think I've stated my case a few times, but I think having John Cena come back with like very little TV time makes no sense. Why wouldn't he want to save it for like a great surprise? Like we don't get any great surprise returns anymore. Let's say,
Yeah.
fuck, man, give
Well,
us a little surprise return.
well, at least we don't have to. We're not going to get surprised in the Rumble because that always pisses me off.
Why does that piss you off?
Because I hate John Cena.
Just John Cena surprise returns in Rumbles, or just
Yes.
surprise return in Rumbles in general?
No, that one because that could have gone to Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, because surprise returns in Rumbles is what makes Rumbles.
Yeah, it's like that when Goldust came back and him and Cody squared off for the first time, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, like Hacksaw Jim Duggan every year.
Absolutely. The Honky Tonk Man for the 50 millionth time. They gets thrown over the top rope for the first time.
Fuck, man, I haven't seen Honky Tonk Man in a while.
Yeah, he's getting old, just like everybody, just like us.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna die. And
Way to go, Batch. Come on, man.
gotta bring the room down.
Yeah.
So we got yeah. So do you think Cena's gonna get the title?
It'd be interesting to see if they did give him. I like what El Del Rio's little mean streak he's had recently, so I've been liking that. I hope they. I don't know what they'll do. I don't. Yeah, again, we'll see.
They're keeping Sandow on the lowdown, so I'm thinking maybe they may blip and flip, and I will be so happy next week.
I thought Sandow's been kind of been going changing to face.
Well, maybe
Mhm.
they don't know what they're gonna do with him. I think now they're keeping him out of that spotlight, and he's not why he doesn't have a match right now on Hell in the Cell pay-per-view because if he cashes in.
I don't know. You said that last pay-per-view, so you just keep
want
coming
that-
with you just keep coming in with the same shit, man. You bring me some new shit. Bring me some new shit.
So we got Real Americans versus Los Matadores.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll see a double giant swing. Maybe they'll hold on to.
I want him to do it to the bull.
Maybe we'll see a UFO.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I would be a happy man if he busted at the UFO.
we keep talking about the UFO. That's a weekly occurrence too now. Until we see the UFO, we will talk about it every single week on the Tiny Tight Show.
Absolutely. What else is going on at Hell in the Cell this weekend? I think that's all
Probably
the-
like friggin' McGillicuddy.
Yeah, McGillicuddy versus Biggie Langston. What do you think of Langston's face turn?
Oh, it's been great, and
He's over.
CM Punk's got him over huge because he had that great match, maybe almost like a 15-minute match with Punk,
Yeah.
and then that's a big help him CM Punk help you switch from heel to face. So it helps.
And I guess on this Friday at SmackDown, it's supposed to be like a 8-man tag match, and the Miz is gonna get taken up by the Wyatts, and I guess Big E sweet talks Vicky into taking Miz's place on that tag team. So
Mhm.
he's right in there too. So he needs to do the 5 thing again because that got over like a motherfucker in NXT.
You gotta explain to the 5 thing
The
again.
5 count. He does the Bundy 5 count.
No, I know, but you gotta tell people.
Yeah.
You gotta tell people, man.
Go watch NXT on Biggie Langston NXT. You'll see it.
You're making people nervous. You're making people anxious.
That's right. Ha ha! Now there, Zach. When you're sitting there in your squeaky chair and you're talking on the Tiny Tight Show, just what is going through your mind?
What's going through my mind is just listening to the sweet magic that we're making right now. I'll be driving in my car. I'll be listening to people talk about pro wrestling,
Yeah.
talk about Friggin' loving this shit, man. Loving this shit.
Scott Hall was really good on Cabana's podcast this week.
Fuck yeah, uh, I'm going to listen to podcasts, and I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah, because like he's talked about like his life and growing up, and like halfway through he starts just talking about like the art of wrestling with Cabana, like being a babyface or being a heel and do the switch and all that kind of stuff. And it's like I could listen to that for hours with like Hall and Nash and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to Stone Cold with X-Pac. Have you listened to
Yeah,
that one yet?
yeah.
And that's what they're kind of talking about. How Stone Cold is saying how like wouldn't it be sweet if we had like we recorded what we were talking about back in the day, all our conversations
Well, we're
about the
going down the
psychology.
road, 510 in a car and the Motel 6. Those conversations. What were you talking about? Oh my god. Stone Cold. On your whoop ass. For the working man going up and down the road. My favorite commercial on that podcast now is for the fucking for the Cougar website. That one
Yeah,
is
yeah,
so
with
funny
the,
shit.
yeah, I forget what they say, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Stone Cold talking about MILFs. Oh, it's so funny.
Your flagpole, go stand to salute or
Put
something.
some T plus in your my alpha brain. My shoe tech sport.
Well, what were we talking about anyway?
Let's move on to Glory by Honor. Hey, got it right. ROH pay-per-view this Saturday and Chicago, Illinois. We've got live on the internet pay-per-view, so support ROH, order that internet pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Tag team challenge match, the team of Outlaw Inc. and Eddie Kingston. What are you thinking of Outlaw Inc.?
It's finally nice that they got Eddie Kingston in ROH. He needs to lay off the pizza and the beers a little bit, maybe get a little better ring shape. But, you know, the battles he's been through, maybe he deserves that pizza, maybe he deserves that beer.
I argue that's part of Eddie Kingston's charm.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, he's your everyday working man going up and down the road.
I almost do a homicide. I don't do an Eddie Kingston because I wouldn't even begin because his promos are so gold. But homicide, yo, me back in the day with Cabana and Punk and Joe and we were out drinking.
He just keeps naming off people.
And they say, D, you've been drinking too much. I say, shut the fuck up. Except for Punk, he don't drink. Like, homicide's a little bit more attitude than my Danny Trejo. Danny's, yeah, I'll do it. And homicide's, no, I'm not doing that. That makes no sense.
I've been watching Breaking Bad, or I just caught up season 3.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man. Just started season 4. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Los Polos.
Los Polos Locos. Yo, Mr. White.
Mr. White. Mr. White. Goodbye, Mr. White.
We're making some of that meth shit, right? Bitch.
Yes, Jesse.
Now, Jesse.
Yeah, so, yeah, Scott Hall, I'm kind of surprised that Scott Hall was on Cabana's podcast. Isn't that surprising to you?
I think it's awesome because, like, as Scott says, like, he just started to learn that this internet shit, this social media stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Right? Because you're witnessing the birth of my Scott Hall impression. Everybody does a hey yo. I can do a better one. Hey yo.
There you go.
Because that's Scott Hall's baritone. He's smooth like that, right?
Yeah. You're hitting points. And
Kev and Sean. Hunter's driving because he doesn't drink.
You just did the same thing. You started naming off people like Homicide did.
It's true. It's all you need to do.
All right, yeah. So, but
You know, brother, back in the day, it was me and Brutus and Jimmy Hart, and we were the tag team champions.
Yeah, it's true, eh? Name
I could name all 20 members of NWO Black and White, brother.
Scott Norton.
Scott Norton and
Virgil.
and Vincent and the other member of Harlem Heat that isn't Booker T. Yeah. And I had to give my son Horace Boulder a job, brother. So I said, Raven, take this guy off my hands.
All right, we should give
Let's get back on track. Okay.
Back on track.
So, Glory by Honor.
Glory by Honor this Saturday.
Outlaw Inc. is wrestling Adrenaline Rush.
ACH to Darius Thomas.
Yes.
Yes.
Good match.
I like these guys. I like Adrenaline Rush.
Yeah, because Darius Thomas got the whole capoeira, the funky kick thing.
Yeah, and ACH's got some big spot potential.
He's got some flippies going.
Flippy floppy.
A lot of flippies. Yeah, so next match, Jimmy Jacobs versus Adam Page. Now, Jimmy Jacobs is on a trial series. Series of 5 matches. He has to win 3 to get a world title shot against Adam Cole. He's lost 2.
Is that right? Okay.
So, yeah, he's lost 2, so he needs to beat Adam Page, and he needs to beat Roderick Strong. Yeah,
that works.
He was 1-1, lost 2. So yeah, so he needs to.
Yeah, so he beat Adam Page for sure. And then you have a match with Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll win that. I guess if they're doing this whole gimmick, they might as well give it to him.
Yeah, because they can do that at a house show. So like at one of their smaller shows.
Yeah, that'll work. He'll get a title shot.
Yeah, a grudge match: Mark Briscoe versus Silas Young, your favorite wrestler in Ring of Honor.
Oh man, I love the stash. I was watching ROH this Sunday, and he did a promo, and man, he looked haggard.
Oh yeah,
he's a haggard-looking dude, man.
Who, Silas?
No, he's haggard-looking.
Nice. The real man.
The real man's man.
Mm-hmm.
So he's Mark Briscoe, who's also friggin' haggard, but at least he Silas is just ugh.
Come on, chicken. Special challenge match: Paul London versus Ryder Strong, bro.
Bro,
That's
just
right.
Come to Buffalo, New York this Sunday.
Yeah. So it's bro versus man, because it's Paul London, man.
Yeah, it's Intrepid Traveler. Yeah. That's his nickname, right?
Yep. We got Pile Driver versus Pile Driver. Mr. Wrestling Kevin Steen versus Mike Bennett.
I saw that on Sunday too. Obviously these TV tapings were done a while ago, but yeah. I like watching it on Sunday night. So yeah, and they had Mike Bennett came out. I forget who he fought, but then Kevin Steen comes in. Oh, you think you have the best pile driver ever? Well, I'll have the best pile driver ever.
I'm gonna fucking pile drive your girlfriend, right? I gotta work on my equipment. He's a little French, and it comes out.
Comes out in little spurts, little dash here.
When he goes up, that's when his French accent comes out. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I saw Sami Zayn on NXT.
Yes, El Generico calls him that no good son of a bitch, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Apparently, El Generico's not a fan of Sami Zayn. He's ripping off all his shit.
Yeah, since he's laid low.
Yeah. The main event of Glory by Honor 12 is Champions versus All-Star. 8-man tag team elimination main event. 2-hour time limit.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
World champion Adam Cole with Red Dragon of the Dirty Hipsters of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
That's cool. I'm loving Bobby Fish right now.
Oh yeah. What are you feeling about Bobby Fish?
I don't know. I think he's undefeated, or he hasn't been pinned in ROH, and I think his cockiness, and I think I was listening to the Kyle O'Reilly podcast. I re-listened to the Cole Cabana one.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how Bobby Fish trains MMA and how he's just this badass dude. And I've just been paying more attention to Bobby Fish, just enjoying his style.
Nice. So they are, it's them and member of the House of Truth, Matt Taven, versus...
I don't like Matt Taven, though.
No Matt Taven?
No.
Matt Taven.
He just looks gross. He looks like gross.
versus Unbreakable Michael Elgin, Jay Lethal, and CNC Wrestle Factory of Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. If any member of the All-Star team pins the world champion, they will receive a title shot.
That's it. That'll be a good match, but really?
That explains why the match is going to be 2 hours, because everyone's going to be trying to get their fucking Adam Cole.
Yeah, but no one's gonna. So so the championship's not on the line.
Not on the line, just 8-on-8s, champions versus All-Stars. Now, I don't know why I would call CNC Music Factor All-Stars, but
No,
no.
it's not 8-on-8. It's 4-on-4.
It's 4-4. That's 8. Or 8. It's an 8-man tag.
Yeah, so you said 8-on-8.
Yeah, okay.
It's not 16, man.
It's the Bears!
It's weird. Yeah, so I don't know. Friggin', I don't know. Yeah, CNC guys aren't all-stars.
Lethal, yeah. Elgin, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. Don't like
Don't
it.
like it? Don't.
What do you think? What do you think will win? Who do you think will win? Someone's got to get a title shot. So, who do you think's gonna get the pin?
I think they'll do the Lethal get the pin.
Yeah, they've been having good matches before. No, it's got to be Elgin, man.
No, Elgin's already going to get his title. He's already feuding with Cole. It's an excuse to kind of give. You're not going to give either member of CNC because they want Red Dragon.
No.
I think that's going to be Red Dragon's big feud now is with CNC.
Boo.
Yeah. Could be worse. I don't know how it could be worse, but
What are Davey and Eddie doing? Are they going to?
Eddie's in Japan right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Davey's doing.
Interesting.
I know they did too. They went to that big kind of workshop that they had at the wellness center or the performance center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
good
the
buzz.
wellness center.
The wellness
You got to
center.
go to the performance center when you fail the wellness policy.
That's right.
You should just have a rehab in there.
There probably is. That's why the wrestling's just one building, but the rest of the complex is just rehabs for everybody else.
Detoxes.
Yes. What's going on in MMA, man?
Well, they had that big title fight on Saturday. Cain Velasquez versus Junior Dos Santos. What?
You're not in frame.
Oh, well, who cares? I'm just listening. Just talking. Just talking to the podcast people, not to the YouTube people right now.
Yeah.
About MMA.
It's for our original peeps, our original audio peeps.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah. So. Nah, just joking, guys. Yeah. So Cain versus JDS. What are you gonna say?
Now it's a bit.
It's my gimmick.
So Cain versus JDS.
Yeah. You know those guys?
Cain Velasquez, Junior Del Santos.
Yeah.
I'm a.
This is their third fight, and
who won which fight?
Junior won the first, and then Cain won the second for the title.
Yes.
I don't think the first one was for a title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either of them were champion at that point.
And I bet Joe Rogan was really excited in each of those fights.
Oh, my favorite part of Joe Rogan is when he's hyping the pay-per-view with Dana White right before the end of the prelims, right before the pay-per-view.
And he's standing there like this.
Yeah, he's just getting like right in the face from getting so excited, and his veins popping. And Dana White's standing there and trying not to bust his gut laughing.
Now Cain Velasquez is undefeated in his last. I know no mouth. He's just standing there really excited.
Yeah, he'll say something about T+2 because he's always on it doggone T+.
Yes, and sensory deprivation tanks.
Yeah, what was that? Not PCP, but DMT.
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 I need to get some DMT.
You should get some DMT and just stare at that poster on your wall, that 3AW wrestling poster right there.
We need sponsors. We'll take anybody. Guys, sell DMT.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to get really high? You should listen to Tight Tight Show.
Tiny Tights is No, you guys know it's not quite over. Maybe soon, but not right now.
Yes.
Don't stop listening.
Good call. Yeah, so Cain Velasquez, Junior Del Santos.
Yeah, so Cain won by
Combat.
by combat, by hits to the face.
Yes.
Yeah, so I forget what else was on. It was Roy Nelson, Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier is this like Olympic wrestler. He started in Strikeforce. Have you heard of him?
No, but I like Ray Nelson.
Okay, so you gotta know Daniel Cormier batch because he's this Olympic wrestler from Strikeforce,
Okay.
and he's fought the likes of like I think he's fought all the heavyweights now, but yeah, he's like a little heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
Like he seems short and kind of stocky and kind of like almost not chubby, but he kind of seems just that body frame, right?
Yeah.
But he's like amazing wrestler, obviously Olympic wrestler, and his punching is great, and he's been beating everyone up. So watch out for Daniel Cormier. And I can't really remember what happened if he knocked him out or not. It was like like Vacation Haze, man. Like yeah. So yeah, it was
like when I watch 3
fights.
days of Japanese wrestling, it all kind of blurs together.
Yeah, Diego Sanchez had a great fight. I remember they're just pounding the hell out of each other.
Mm.
Fuck, who was he fighting? Damn, Vacation Haze. Anyway, so there's a little update for the MMA folks. Just that cat right there.
Yes.
Cat's always stealing the thunder. Can't you just?
The cat knows. All you guys are freaking wrong. I saw that fight. That guy was out for my wife, man. Right, Impulse? No sells it. Doesn't sell nothing. So I think that is another week of the Tiny Tight Show. We should wrap things up. So
Are we wrapping it up?
We're wrapping it up. Now, one technical difficulty this week. Should get one of those little signs. No accidents in how many days?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. So if you like the show, hit like at the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to the channel at tinytightshow.com. You can follow us you can send us an email and we will read it on the show. tinytightshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, not tinytightshow.com. It's tinytights.wordpress.com. If we pay $20, it could be tinytights.com. But
boom, another website. See, we're getting bigger every week.
We're getting bigger, guys.
We're getting huge.
Getting huge. Tiny Tights is all right.
Mm-hmm.
Tights win fights.
Now we need to get some sponsors. So until next week, I am Mike Batchelor.
I'm Zed Selick.
Tiny Tights are I.
Tights win fights.
Hey, you know.